We welcome Paul Ingrassia. He's the former Detroit bureau chief for the Wall Street Journal and also author of Crash Course, a book about the demise of the U.S. auto industry. Paul, great to speak with you again. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Betty. Good to be here.
So, has Toyota, watching the testimony yesterday from James Lentz, does Toyota, is Toyota is going to be able to reverse the damage that we have seen so far, or have we hit a point of no return for their reputation?
Well, I don't think it's a point of no return, but things are probably going to get worse before they get better. I mean, they have more hearings today. They're going to be difficult. I assume that Akio Toyoda, the president, will be treated with some respect. But that he's going to be damaged and bruised a little bit here too. But the company is going to have more federal investigations, more state investigations, lots of private lawsuits will come out. So. Yeah, all this stuff is going to happen, and so it's going to take them a few years to recover their reputation, to be honest with you.
Hey, Paul, I'm sure that you've discovered, like many of us who have covered Toyota for a long time, that this comes as a bit of a shock to find Toyota so helpless. Now, as they try to get back on their feet, is it possible that if they're able to fix actually what's broken within the company, that they could be a much stronger car maker when this is all over? Do you think that's possible?
Well, of course it's possible. I mean, Doron, as you know, everything is hard to predict in this business. But the way I sort of look at this is sort of like they have the 3 C's they got to worry about. So they got to fix the cars first. And then they got to fix, confidence in the company, confidence of car buyers. Then they're going to have to fix their corporate culture, the culture that really led to this breakdown in quality control and that sort of thing. So the latter two are going to take a while, but sure. I mean, honestly, as you well know, Ford was in a similar situation with the Firestone tires and the Explorer rollover issue a decade ago. They're a much stronger company now.
Sure.
But Paul, you just mentioned the corporate culture. Explain that to us a bit more, because you heard Toyota, or you saw Toyota explain that the company really grew very fast, possibly at the expense of safety.
Yeah, I mean, basically, go back in Toyota's history. This has been not only the largest, but the most conservative Japanese car company, if you will, Betty. So in the early 1980s, they were the last major car company to open a factory, Japanese major car company, to open a factory to start building cars in the U.S. Honda was first, then there was Nissan, and Toyota was last, and even then it was a joint venture with GM. Very conservative, deliberate, steady-as-you-go policy. But about a decade ago, the company decided it really wanted to accelerate its expansion and overtake General Motors as the largest car company in the world. And ironically, last year, it succeeded. But the process, it really lost control of its quality. It started building, new factories with new workforces, with brand new products in them. And the 3 of those things, they never used to do that in one place before. It was always, an existing product in a new factory with a new workforce. So they really lost control of their corporate culture a bit.
Okay, Paul, thank you so much for joining us. It was good to see you again. Paul Ingrassia, author of Crash Course.